The Incredible Hulk issue number 7, legacy number 788. The Hulk and that young lady you see in the upper right hand corner, her name is Charlie. She is a runaway from an abusive home who, in the first issue, linked up with Bruce Banner because she saw him transform into the Hulk, and she admires strength. She admires Marvel characters because of their strength, and she wishes that she had that strength herself to have defended herself and protected herself and her younger siblings in her abusive home. Well, the two of them are kind of on the road, going from like diner to diner, and the Hulk and Banner, their battle is more intensified than ever. But basically, they have stumbled across a migrant little town in Texas with a mysterious old Harley Davidson motorcycle. And the workers there, they're humble people. It's a family, but there's some kind of paranormal like monster that comes out at night or something. So the men in this town are well armed. Well, with shotguns and things like that to defend their families when this monster appears, and it's already claimed certain lives. And so now on this night, this mysterious motorcycle, it erupts in flames, and that's right, because it is a Ghost Rider, not the Ghost Rider, but a Ghost Rider, looking like maybe something from World War II era, judging by its getup. But it's very cool in issue number 6 because Charlie is basically claiming that the Hulk hasn't hurt anyone, he didn't do anything, and they basically tell her, hey, whenever there's evil or danger, this what they're calling the angel, the guardian angel, one of the older females in the group. There's a young boy, and basically the Ghost Rider has been assigned to protect the young boy. So she's kind of like the oracle or the wise grandmother of the town, and she says whenever there's danger or the young boy's in danger, this guardian angel, she calls him, appears. But we all know from Marvel that is a Ghost Rider, spirit of vengeance. Whenever the life of an innocent is in danger or there's sin, the Ghost Rider will appear. So now we begin this issue with Hulk versus Ghost Rider. Diving right in, we see the crowd has gathered for this mega titan fight here. Hellfire and brimstone and what appears to be an automatic rifle on a motorcycle. Judging by that helmet there, I don't think that's a motorcycle helmet. Looks like a World War II helmet there. Got the star on the bike there, and the wheels are inflamed and engulfed with flames. So Charlie is protesting for the Hulk and Banner, saying that he hasn't hurt anyone, so she doesn't know why the Rider is attacking. But here we see the Hulk is shot with bullets of flame. Now we know the Hulk's gamma skin allows him to be bulletproof. Those bullets aren't going to penetrate, but they still do sting and do some damage because the Ghost Rider's hellish powers and supernatural abilities give him quite a strength and power boost to be able to at least hold up his own against the Hulk, as we're going to see here. Now, he begins to use his bike as a vehicular weapon against the Hulk, and these panels are very cool. The Hulk responds with a nice, large, classic maneuver of a double fist ground smash, bringing up the gravel, which alters the path of this Ghost Rider. And we see more dialogue going on here as the bystanders are just in awe of this mega fight. Ghost Rider responds to the double fist smash with a grenade, a hellish grenade, throwing it at the Hulk, completely engulfing him in hellfire and flame. Charlie continues her protest on the sidelines, asking Leo to call off the Rider, but they respond, if the Rider comes, there is danger. Now, in the previous panel, I didn't mention, but we saw that creature looking at the fight as well, but it was behind all of the civilians. Now this creature is the monster that caused the Rider to come, and we're going to see what happens once this creature makes its appearance onto the battle stage. Now the Hulk just walks through that flame like it ain't nothing, because the Hulk, that gamma skin is so durable, it can even outlast hellfire. And we see now the Rider's bike takes a little bit of damage, and the Hulk hits him and he flies back. And the two combatants are ready to engage once again, but then blam! A shotgun blast causes them to stop dead in their tracks, no pun intended to the undead Ghost Rider, and the two turn their attention from each other to what it is that the men in the town were shooting at. And we see here the townsmen with their shotguns are laying into this whatever looks like a voodoo mask creature, some kind of hybrid humanoid wolf with long hair and claws and fangs, whatever it is, it's very feral. And it appears to have some sort of superhuman abilities, sharp claws. You see the teeth there. There's Charlie with, the two children, one of them being Leo, of course, the one that the rider is protecting. And she has a stick or a crowbar there, at least using her nonverbal communication and body language to protest and be defiant to the creature. But we see there one of the men. He gets taken down and slashed across his face. I'm assuming he's a goner. If not, he's going to have a really, really bad gash. And the creature goes after the second attacker there, that man, and then finally now he turns his attention to Charlie. She drops her crowbar, but then boom, the Ghost Rider fucking swoops in like a football face mask, grabs this whatever the fuck it is by the face and just takes it for a ride. I like this move right here because yeah, it's a surprise attack, it's a sucker attack, but you know what? In the streets, especially in Texas, there are no rules. So the Ghost Rider doesn't care about rules or honor. He cares about protecting Leo. And that is exactly what we see here. The Ghost Rider grabs this thing and just drags it along the concrete, the gravel with his bike, and it's hellfire flames engulfed. And this just looks absolutely badass. And he gets him even closer, takes that automatic rifle, and just plop, 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 just empties the clip right in this monster's head, taking him out of the game, incapacitating him there. He's not completely gone, but he's down on the floor now as the Ghost Rider rides right past him. And this may have been a WWE tag team match because we see now this monstrous opponent. He's catching his breath or getting his wits about him or it, and we see those large fucking green cankles of the Hulk, and he says, "You're one of hers, the Elder." And the Hulk's basically, he means business right now. He's like, look at Hulk's Achilles heel. You could even cut through that thick thing, and look at his heel. My God! But the Hulk is basically interrogating now, like, where's eldest? Right? Hulk doesn't really use long, complete sentences. He's not dumb, this version of him, but he means business. And this thing apparently can speak, but it's saying, man has no place in the garden, in my garden. And it pulls whatever stick or weapon was lodged inside of it, and it's shook, and it pulls it out. And it now is going to use that weapon on the Hulk as it lunges at the Hulk. But old Banner just grabs it in midair. Look at the Hulk's hand just grabbing this thing completely wrapped around its torso and just crunching it, gripping it, slamming it, smashing it into the ground. Blam! I mean, he could have just broken him in half with just one hand there. Like, that's just incredible right here. Hence the name of the book, The Incredible Hulk. And this is what the Hulk does best. He smashes, but this panel is very cool, very dominant, very, very profound, and right to the point. And I believe now that this thing is probably down for the count because I don't know how this thing could have gotten up from that. But just to make sure, like a UFC fight, the Hulk just finishes up with some follow-up punches, smashing it and literally grounding and pounding it further into the ground to solidify and put the nail in the coffin. And we see here a really cool moment between Hulk and the Ghost Rider. And we kind of know what's coming, right? It's like they both realize they shouldn't have been fighting each other, and it was that thing all along. And Hulk basically tells him, "You shoot me again, and we're gonna have some problems here. It won't matter that you're undead. You won't get back up again once I'm through with you if you shoot me again." So that indicates to me, that tells me that those bullets did hurt the Hulk. They weren't regular bullets. They were hellfire bullets from that hellish automatic rifle. And basically the Hulk takes the head or the mask of that creature, throws it, and gives it to the Ghost Rider. I guess as some kind of souvenir, but as we all know, once the Ghost Rider's work is done and he's no longer needed, he's going to just kind of disappear, or there's no Johnny Blaze in this case. So, it's not like a human's going to take his form again. So, as we see here on this next panel here, he's going to, kind of cool for comic relief, he's going to ask Charlie if she has a cigarette. And she's a young teen, and of course, she doesn't have any cigarettes on her. But as each panel goes by, as he's speaking, he's like slowly just disintegrating, back into ash again, if you will. And all that's going to be left there is the motorcycle until there's more danger that the writer senses, and it will again appear to save Leo. Now we go to the very next night, about 30 miles from that humble migrant town, and what appears to be some kind of bar or some kind of gathering of men. And you see there an image on a chair, so I'm assuming one of their members or their friend has passed away. And this might be an AA, or you know what? I believe actually this is probably a legion, if you will. If you notice some of the men, their hats there, and the decorations on the wall, the American flag. This might be a legion post for veterans, judging by them being in a circle, though, and the refreshments on the table. It might also be an AA meeting. I don't really know. But anyway, they're all going around saying some, final thoughts about that gentleman there, and you know how he served. His name was Harold, and basically, it might have been an AA members meeting, and they're all saying he went too soon. He should have had a great life. Should have been filled with peace and cookouts and grandkids and things like that. And as they're all going around the room, kind of saying their good things about this individual, one of the guys here with this Iraqi baseball cap kind of just dozes off, and at first you think he's having a heart attack, but he's not. We're getting some kind of paranormal demonic interference here, as we're about to find out. He begins like oozing this substance out of his eyes and his nose and all of his orifices in his face. And you think it's just him, so I'm thinking everybody in the room's going to start freaking the fuck out. But no, one by one, they all experience the same thing, this bleeding out of their eyes and their nose. And I don't know if it's blood. It looks like that at first, but once we get closer in these panels, we're going to find out that it's some kind of tarry, black, grotesque gunk. And it's basically the voice of the eldest, I believe. And it's kind of sapping or sucking the life force out of these individuals in the room, in this town. And it's forming this kind of weird, fucking grotesque body tree that seemed to be shaped by some like third grader when they just built a bunch of crap as a class project there. I don't know what that is, but it can talk, right? And it's making all these claims basically about humanity, right? As I dispose of your slain fellow, but he was mine to slay. And everyone appears to be either possessed or dead or just gone. It's some kind of symbiote like goop. And this is reminiscent of the Wolverine Ghost Rider, that miniseries in which Wolverine and Ghost Rider took on this demonic entity from years ago, decades ago, when they first met Wolverine and Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze. And that demonic entity possessed a mutant, and basically that mutant, there was a nurse who was his caretaker. She tried to take him to the Xavier School of the Gifted. They visited with Xavier, but Xavier couldn't do it shit for the little boy. He saw what was inside of him and said, "Get this boy the fuck out of here." And Wolverine could smell it too. But anyway, long story short, that demon would basically build, like, once it killed its victims, would build a house of their bodies like that black goopy tar. But there's no bones or hands or limbs sticking out of this. It's just some kind of like symbiote fudgy fucking goop. And we return to the humble migrant town. We see the town is relieved there. Kids are playing soccer and shit. In the upper left corner, notice the black narration bubble. That is the eldest, so that is a foreshadow of things to come. The Hulk's big ass is blocking out the fire in the upper panel there. And there we see more dialogue here. And Charlie's just pleased. She's basically saying that this is, what she thought it was going to be. She used to dream of, Captain America would pick her up and as Harley take her on adventures and saving people and kicking ass and everything like that. So this is kind of exactly what she was looking for, except the Hulk is no Captain America. He's a big green smashing machine. And so basically, the kids are playing and she's just really enjoying it, and Charlie just is basking in the moment and the glory. And one of the men of the town is basically invites him now, kind of saying, hey, you guys helped us defeat the one thing that we all had a problem with, and you guys should stay. And Charlie says, we should, Hulk. And Hulk's like, no, we can't stay. And then Charlie, then she goes up to mock the Hulk, and she's like, no, no, let me alone. Let me alone. And they all begin to laugh. And the Hulk, he even cracks a smile. But then he pounds Charlie into the ground, killing her. Wait, no. He basically was imagining that. But notice the black bubble when for Hulk speaking. It's black. That's not his normal comic talking bubble. So he's very confused. Why would he imagine smashing Charlie? I mean, I'm sure he does want to smash her. Not like smash her like that, like smash her like he is right here with his fist, because she can be kind of annoying. But basically, he's noticing it because something's off. Something is taking possession of the Hulk, noticing these black comic bubbles. So the Hulk begins to have this kind of internal pain as you see him say, "Rrr," and he's basically like, he's angry and getting triggered because Charlie, she begins to ask Hulk about Banner. And she's like, where is he when you're here? And Hulk's like, where I put him, where he belongs. And we get this scene of poor Bruce Banner inside of some kind, like the bone, the stomach of some like slain beast. And he's like in this prison. Now he could fit through there, right? He could fit through there, but he's just stuck. I don't know where he is, if this is a mental picture of the Hulk. But yeah, Banner's trapped. The Hulk is out, and the Hulk is calm right now. So normally when Hulk calms down, Banner comes out, but not right now. And Hulk gets mad. He basically saying, "Don't talk about Banner." And she's like, "All right, dude, I'm sorry. I'll back off." And the same gentleman who offered them to stay, he says, "Hey, Hulk, hey, your eyes, man." And then the Hulk's just like, he's in more pain, and and Charlie's like, Hulk, what's wrong? And the Hulk opens his eyes, and this black goopy smoke comes out, and he says, run. And they're all like, they're not moving or whatever, and he goes down and hunches over even more pain, and he, basically slams now, does his classic double fist smash at the campfire site, startling everybody, of course, and I think even lifting some of them out of the way there. And basically now he's like yelling for them, like to run, to get the fuck out of there, because see, this is the danger of the Hulk, and will forever be, right? The Avengers learned this the hard way. Everybody who encounters the Hulk, it only takes that he is a liability. The Hulk is 100% a liability. No matter how much he changes, no matter how much good behavior he has, the Hulk is a liability, because all it takes is that one time for him to get triggered or for someone to take over him, and like the level of destruction is just almost irreplaceable. And now everyone is aware that they've got to get the fuck out of there, because the Hulk is no longer the Hulk. And Charlie notices, she mentions that whatever that creature was must have infected him. And speaking of those creatures, one of the men says, it's come back. In Spanish, the war devil has come back. But this time, the creatures brought friends. And I believe these friends, these very war creatures right here, are probably those men that we saw, those old veterans from that Legion scene, when that big ass ice cream slushy of goop was in the middle of the floor, siphoning the life force from all of them. This is probably them. So whatever this elder is, she probably like uses people as like husks or vessels, and turns them into black goopy soldiers of the night that just come after. So now they brought reinforcements, which is smarter, because the Hulk and Ghost Rider just fucking tag team that one in the first place. But I don't even think 3 or 4 can take them on. It doesn't really matter. We're going to find out on the next issue. I'm definitely going to be covering this one. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you love this volume of the Hulk? Do you like the direction this is going, or do you not really care? This is only the second volume of the Hulk that I started to collect. this one and the very last one, Donny Cates, and I'm enjoying it. I'm glad. So this has been Trademark Comics. Thank you guys, and once again, until next time, I am out.